What do you do when you find an ancient book filled with cryptic symbols written in a language that no one can understand? You could pass it off as just another lost artifact and let it fade into obscurity, or you could dive into its mysteries, unraveling secrets that have been buried for centuries. But be warned, some forbidden knowledge is best left undiscovered. Today, we're opening some of the world's most mysterious books and facing the terrifying consequences of forbidden knowledge. Now, let's explore the shadows of history together and see if we can shed any light on these unexplainable stories. Do you feel a chill down your spine? Let me know in the comments. And while you ponder those ancient tales, don't forget to hit that like button so we can keep bringing you more chilling chronicles from history's darkest corners. The Voynich manuscript. First up, we have the Voynich manuscript, also known as the Book of 42. This book is a strange and mysterious text that has left experts baffled for centuries. What makes this book so unique is that it's written in a script that has never been deciphered, leading many to believe that it may contain secret knowledge or hidden messages. Written in the early 15th century, the book is filled with intricate illustrations of plants, astrological charts, and diagrams of the human body. Despite numerous attempts by historians, cryptographers, and linguists, none have been able to figure out the meaning of the text or the identity of its author. Some believe that the book may contain a secret code or cipher that is yet to be discovered. Others believe it may be the work of a madman or a hoax perpetrated to confuse future generations. Despite its mysterious origins, the Voynich manuscript continues to fascinate researchers who are determined to unlock its secrets. With its beautiful illustrations and enigmatic script, this ancient book remains one of the most perplexing mysteries of the medieval world. The origins. The Voynich manuscript is a mysterious book that was discovered in the early 20th century. Its exact origins are unknown, but it's believed to have been created in Italy during the 15th century. The book was named after the bookseller Wilfrid Voynich, who purchased it in 1912. Before its discovery, the manuscript had remained hidden for centuries, possibly intentionally to keep its contents secret. Inside the manuscript. The Voynich manuscript contains a variety of bizarre illustrations and diagrams, including plants, astrological charts, humanoid figures, and microscopic organisms. The text itself consists of over 200 pages and is written in an unknown script. Despite the efforts of many scholars, no one has been able to decipher the text. Theories about the manuscript. There are many theories about the Voynich manuscript, but no one knows for sure what it means or how it was created. Some believe that it contains a secret code or cipher, while others believe that it's a hoax. Still, others believe that the book may have been written by a madman or that it contains forbidden knowledge from a lost civilization. Current research. Researchers continue to work on the Voynich manuscript, and new discoveries are being made all the time. In recent years, scientists have used advanced technology to analyze the book and its origins. While there is still much that we don't know about the Voynich manuscript, one thing is certain. It remains one of the most fascinating mysteries of the medieval world. The Book of the Dead. Next, we encounter the Book of the Dead, a collection of ancient Egyptian funerary texts that were designed to help guide the deceased through the underworld. These texts were typically written on papyrus and were placed in tombs with the deceased person so that they could use them on their journey into the afterlife. They contain a variety of spells, prayers, and incantations that were intended to protect the deceased from harm and help them to navigate the dangerous trials that awaited them in the underworld. In ancient Egypt, the journey into the afterlife was seen as a perilous one, and the deceased were often confronted with challenges that tested their worthiness to enter the next life. The Book of the Dead provided the deceased with the tools they needed to overcome these obstacles and reach the final destination, the Field of Reeds, where the righteous dead could enjoy eternal peace and happiness. One of the most famous examples of the Book of the Dead is the Papyrus of Ani, which dates back to around 1250 BC. This papyrus is now housed in the British Museum, and is considered to be one of the finest examples of Egyptian art and literature. It depicts the journey of a scribe named Ani through the underworld, as well as scenes from his life on Earth. It's important to note that the ancient Egyptians didn't view death as the end, but rather as a transition into another realm of existence. They believed that the soul, or Ka, would survive the death of the physical body and continue to exist in the afterlife. The Book of the Dead was an essential part of ensuring that the Ka had a safe and successful journey into the afterlife. For those who couldn't afford a full papyrus, smaller versions were available as well. These smaller versions were usually kept on a small stone amulet that could be placed under the dead person's pillow. Even though they were smaller, they still contained the same spells and incantations as the larger versions. Deciphering the Book of the Dead. The Book of the Dead was written in hieroglyphic script, which was the official writing system of ancient Egypt. Hieroglyphics were used to record a variety of information, including religious texts, historical records, and works of literature. To read the Book of the Dead, one must first learn the hieroglyphic script, which can be a lengthy and challenging process. Additionally, many of the texts in the Book of the Dead are highly symbolic and require a deep understanding of Egyptian mythology and religious beliefs to interpret correctly. Why people fear the Book of the Dead. The Book of the Dead was often viewed with suspicion and fear by those outside of the Egyptian culture. This was due to the fact that the book contained spells and rituals that were meant to be used in the context of death and the afterlife. As a result, some people believed that reading or possessing the Book of the Dead could bring bad luck or even death itself. Furthermore, the Book of the Dead contained knowledge and practices that were considered to be sacred and only meant for the initiated. Those who were not initiated were not supposed to have access to the book or its contents. Therefore, people who came across the Book of the Dead without proper authorization were often afraid of the consequences. The Bible. Finally, we come to the Bible, a book that needs no introduction. This holy text is revered by billions of people around the world and is considered to be the Word of God. However, not everyone realizes that the Bible has a dark side that's rarely spoken about. From forbidden knowledge to terrifying curses, there are parts of the Bible that many people would rather forget. One example is the Book of Revelation, which describes the end of the world and the final battle between good and evil. This book is filled with vivid imagery and symbolism that can be difficult to understand, but it's also a source of comfort and hope for many Christians. Another example is the story of the Fall of Man, which tells the story of Adam and Eve and their expulsion from the Garden of Eden. This story is said to explain the origin of sin and suffering in the world, but it also raises questions about free will and the nature of good and evil. But it's not just the content of the Bible that's mysterious and thought-provoking. The very origins of the text are shrouded in secrecy. Many people don't realize that the Bible was written over a period of hundreds of years by multiple authors. It was originally written in Hebrew and Aramaic, but has since been translated into many different languages. The translation process is not an easy one, and there are often disagreements and debates over the accuracy of different translations. As we close our exploration of these ancient texts, we're left with more questions than answers. What other forbidden secrets lie hidden in the pages of history's most mysterious books? Could there be even darker and more dangerous knowledge waiting to be uncovered? Perhaps. The truth is that there are still many things that we don't know about the world and the universe, and that's what makes these ancient texts so fascinating. They remind us that there's always more to discover and that the pursuit of knowledge is a never-ending journey. So, what do you think? Would you dare to open one of these books and face whatever secrets and consequences await? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And remember, the more we learn, the more we uncover the dark and mysterious truths of our world. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history's most mysterious books. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more thrilling tales from the past. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring the secrets of our world.